All right, well, this video might get me banned from a handful of countries, but you know what? I never travel anyway, and we're in quarantine, so let's do the thing. So I don't really dip my toes into politics. However, I think we can all agree, no matter what side of the spectrum we fall on, it's good to have a free press, right? Well, there are a lot of governments around the world that would disagree with that, and they do what they can to suppress any journalism that comes out in disagreement with their policies. However, in a lot of these countries, Minecraft is still accessible. So enter the Uncensored Library. This is a map that was built by Blockworks, who are absolute legends in the Minecraft community. They've been around for ages. They also made the 10-year anniversary Minecraft map that we checked out last May. And they've constructed this gigantic building called the Uncensored Library, where there are various rooms. And in those rooms, you're able to access articles that have been suppressed in those various countries because, obviously, Minecraft has books. And you can type things in these books and put them on lecterns and read them. So those articles have been transposed from their original sources into books that are readable in Minecraft. And I think that's pretty cool. And also the build is absolutely phenomenal. So Blockworks, they reached out to me on Twitter a few weeks back and were like, hey, we did this project if you happen to be interested in checking it out. So I apologize, Blockworks, for the delay in getting to this, but it's freaking awesome. So let's check the thing out. I don't have Optifine in, so I can't zoom right now because you're actually not able to use Optifine with this map if you want to see it properly. It says it in the FAQs, which we'll get to, but at the entrance here, you have this pretty cool statue of a hand holding a pen. And with that, we'll move on towards the front entrance of... It's such a gigantic build, as you would kind of expect from them, that you can't see the entire thing. I've even upped my render distance like to double what it usually is, and it's still too big to see all at once, but I'll try to get some nice B-roll shots to play in the background. But anyway, here's the entrance to it. One of the reasons why you can't use Optifine is you get a lot of these just bright blue blocks to where you can't actually see this really cool world map down here, but just this area, when you get into the center and all loads, is wild. Anyway, let's read this here. Support our cause and share this server IP address with your friends. Visit.uncensoredlibrary.com. So you can either download the map from their website, I'll have it linked in the description, or you can visit the server directly, and I assume they will be updating it periodically over time with new articles that they'll place into the various rooms and keep it more current and up to date. Find more information on our website, uncensoredlibrary.com. And in many countries, the internet is controlled by oppressive regimes, the media is censored, and websites are blocked, but Minecraft is still accessible. We are using this loophole to bypass internet censorship and make independent information available again. Journalists from different countries, despite having been banned, jailed, exiled, and even killed, now have a place to make their voices heard again. Their forbidden articles are republished within books inside this library to inform players around the world about the real political situation in their countries. Let us stand up for our right to information and let the world know that the truth can never be silenced. Pretty dramatic, serious stuff, and it's a pretty cool project for Blockworks to take underway. Not something I would have thought about, but pretty incredible use of Minecraft's in-game resources from a group that's also done things like use Minecraft in order to plan out city works projects in developing countries and things like that. So the Uncensored Library, Truth Finds a Way, and they have a map diagram of the build here. We're right here, and you can teleport to the various areas because it is such a gigantic build. And then they've also got this center area and some frequently asked questions. What is the library about? Minecraft is available in countries with even in countries with cyber censorship. So we built this library to provide a platform to connect people around the world and bring back the truth. How do I find my way around? Has a bunch of teleportation platforms behind us. Where are all the books? You can find articles in each hall and information about each country's press freedom situation behind its own flag in the dome. Will there be more books? Yes, we'll add more books. Will there be more countries? We're trying to find more journalists from different countries to work with and provide more articles from censored countries. What is the source for all the books in the dome? The dome in the main dome. The books in the main dome contain the RSF Press Freedom Index, and all information is independently researched by Reporters Without Borders. Took them 3 months to build 5 months, including the planning process. It's made of over 12.5 million blocks, 24 builders from 16 different countries. This is why you can't use Optifine. And can the library be censored? Technically, yes. Practically, no. This library has already been downloaded thousands of times and re-uploaded to multiple servers. It's spreading quickly worldwide, making it difficult to take down. And you can download the map, check it out, link in the description, and feel free to share it with your friends. Let's move into the middle here because it's a real dramatic sight. So this lectern in the middle, it just shows the ranks of press freedom amongst all countries across the world. So if you feel like pausing at any point, you can, just to see the order of everything as it's ranked here. And look at this. What a build, dude. What a build. I was in here at first with Optifine and shaders installed, and while it looks really nice, unfortunately you can't see this map down here. They must have something going on that's lighting everything, some special block data that conflicts with Optifine, but they have the whole map here that I think color codes the press freedom in every single country, which is really cool. Insane, dude. Blockworks out here crushing it. Anyway, I figure we're not going to go through and read all the articles because it's hundreds and hundreds of pages, but we can just take a quick look at each of the different halls in the building, and each of the different halls also have, for that corresponding country's native language, they have English and that country's language. So let's start off here over on the left with Russia, where in most of the rooms, they have the articles in the center that you're able to read through. So you have the English version, and then you have the, in this case, Russian version. And then they'll also give a description here on the lectern as to, I've read through some of these because it's of interest. I'm not going to read through them all because, again, it's a lot to go through. But they give you a description as to why they've symbolized it with what they have here with a kraken. Octopus kraken. It's called a kraken. And there you can put a boat down and use it to paddle around. And over here, these books are also all in Russian, so I'm not sure what these are. They didn't seem to have an English counterpart to them. But I suppose if you do read Russian, then you could access it and check out what's going on in there. And then each teleport seems to have kind of two halls that are on opposite sides of each other. So on this side, I believe we have Vietnam. And again, you can read through everything here if you're interested in doing so. This one, I believe, had a maze in order to represent the complexity of trying to access the truth. And man, so all the bookshelves here, it is just a resource pack. It's not actually shelves of journalists' articles on articles and books and books and books. This is merely aesthetic on the sides, but in each of the halls, it's the lecterns with the books on them that have the articles that you are able to read through. So pretty cool. Oh, I didn't actually know that you can. Oh, right. Yeah. Vietnamese uses Latin characters. I forgot about that. And then you have other articles that have not been translated, I assume, is what the additional lecterns are over here. Same within the Russia section. So this is Vietnam. Russia. We'll move back into the main hall and go to one of the other branches. And then there's also just very nice, beautiful landscaped gardens all the way around the outside of the place. So we'll keep it going from left to right and go to Saudi Arabia, which is symbolized with this large cage here, again featuring more articles. And in this case, they've actually got discs that you're able to get and put into the jukeboxes here with resource pack files that will actually play the articles audibly.
جمال خاشقجي أمس ما يحتاجه العالم العربي هو حرية. So anyway, very, very cool use, because I guess in Minecraft books you probably aren't able to do Arabic characters, so it would make it pretty much impossible to do books. So they did this workaround here, which I think is really, really cool.
It's very. I wonder if wonder where they got the narration for these things. If Blockworks actually facilitated it themselves, or if they were already done and they were able to put it in. But in any case, you can just read through these articles that were written by Jamal Khashoggi, and yeah, there we go. All right, moving along to the other side here. I believe that this is not dedicated so much to a country, but more Reporters Without Borders, the organization which helped to source these things. No freedom without press freedom. And initially when I came in here, I flew up top and I was like, they must have something written out. And sure enough, I was like, oh, I'm dumb. Go over the lectern over here, and that's when it'll all line up together. Boom. Truth. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. Reporters Without Borders for freedom of information. It just gives a little bit of backstory about the organization. And again, you can read through this all. I would encourage you to check out the map. Just an awesome project all around. And with that said, we'll go back to the hub once more and move on to the final couple branches, which I believe are Mexico and Egypt. So here in the Mexico Hall, they have set up, I don't know if it would be best to call them altars, to reporters who over the years have turned up dead in Mexico. I assume in relation to probably cartels and reporting on things like that. And obviously very dangerous to do. I was watching a show on Netflix called Dirty Money recently. One of the articles was, one of the episodes was about a cartel. And there were journalists being interviewed in this documentary episode. And I was just thinking to myself, like, the danger that you must be in speaking freely about this stuff is just absolutely insane. And obviously, sometimes it can end this way. So, pretty wild. And it's cool that people can come in here and learn about it. Obviously, pretty serious topic. And I do like to keep my videos lighthearted for the most part. But I think this is a pretty brilliant use of Minecraft. So we'll move on to the final area over here, which is Egypt. And I think that the scales of justice here tipped to one side was meant to symbolize that the government was winning over the freedom of the press. And once again, you have various articles in English, and I believe that they utilize the same thing as in the Saudi Arabia room, with using a disc in order to have the articles narrated through Jukebox. Again, super cool. So anyway, that's it for all the rooms currently inside of here. I don't know if in the future they'll add new rooms, different countries, but at the very least it sounds like they will add more articles to the individual rooms and keep things more up to date. But in any case, I figure we should also maybe head outside and just check out some of the other really cool elements of this build. So why don't we do that? I mean, look at this. If you wanted people to just be able to access the articles, you could have just taken a super flat world, put a bunch of lecterns down and put the articles down there. But this, oh my goodness, dude. You could just take one of the books off of the lectern, and you can't really walk around while reading in Minecraft, but pretend you could, or pretend you had a mod where you could like offhand a book and read it while strolling through the gardens out here. I want to live here, dude. This place is sick. This build is amazing. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Look at this place, dude. Look at this place. I don't understand how you put together a build like this. Like, either component individually, just the build itself being insane, or the message that it's conveying and the content of it having these articles. Like, either one of those on its own is pretty significant, but you put them together and it just, I guess it really it drives the point home. I only wish that I could have my shaders and be able to show it with that because it does look really cool with shaders. But it's a pretty incredible project. So kudos to you guys, Blockworks, for putting this whole thing together. I hope that it makes a difference in the world and that people are actually able to learn about things they weren't aware of, and that a lot of people access it and get to appreciate it for what it is. So anyway, wanted to make a video on it, let you know it's out there. If you wish to check it out, you can hop on the server, you can download the map yourself, you could host a server with it if you wanted to. But I'll link the website in the description so that you can check that out if you wish to look further into it. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for checking out the Uncensored Library. Hopefully you've enjoyed, and pretty powerful stuff. Really cool. So thanks again. Thanks for tuning in. And that's all for now. I'll see you guys next time.